Welcome back, guys, to CFL Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans. So today we are doing our season preview. We're continuing with those of the Edmonton Elks. Reminder that the Edmonton Elks have still not won a home game as the Elks. Why do I keep reminding us of that? Because first off, it's just too damn fun. And it's the only team in the CFL I can do that for. And once it's done, it's done. Until the Atlantic Schooners join the league, and inevitably win their first game at home just to rub it in Elks fans' faces. But anyways, it's just too much fun to do that. So how are we feeling about this Edmonton Elks squad or lack thereof, Rick?
Let's just say in a nice way, outside of their two top receivers that they spend almost half a
$1 million?
about 500. Yeah, 500,000 on them. I like their chances from their punter, Michael Dablagala.
Oh God! Oh
the rest
God!
of their team, because
he's gotten a lot of work.
outside of Kyran Moore from Saskatchewan and Arsenault, and
I don't
Sammy
mind
Coates,
Kyran
who
Moore.
had
I think that's a decent.
Coates. He had very little in the NFL. Gavin Cobb and Maurice Double F French stood out for me in their preseason game. And then you have Ed Gainey and Purifoy on their defense. And then it's like, who? Like, I hear crickets, because then it's like, who?
See, this is when they decide to do what they didn't do. See, in free agency, Edmonton had this problem of deciding to sign no one. What they could do right now is sign Sean Lemon, because BC released him. Who bloody knows why? He's not been signed yet. Edmonton, pick up the phone. It's time. Like, seriously, because Edmonton really needs to improve their defensive aspect of things. I'm not sure exactly how their drafting has gone. They gotta get some guys in the system and get them some playing time, and well, just not who was there last year. His last year wasn't exactly working so well. I'm if I'm an Elks fan, which I can't even imagine the horror that must be like, but if in some hypothetical world I am an Elks fan, I would first ask why I'm wearing all bomber gear, and then the second question I would ask is how do we make this team success? Like, what do we do? How do we like? Because you have Cornelius, and Cornelius, I actually don't mind Cornelius. I've actually been. I really like the way I feel like he has a pretty decent like what I like about Cornelius is that when he goes to scramble and he goes for that throw, he either does pretty decent on that throw if his receivers are doing well. Thankfully this year his receiving core is going to be at least better. But even when he goes for when he does like a play action and he does the fake throw or whatever, and then he decides to run with it, I actually don't mind his run game there. I actually think he does like a decent job there. And unlike a guy named Cody Fajardo, he knows when to slide so he doesn't get his bloody head taken off. Cody Fajardo, slide a little earlier, man, if you don't want to get hit. But the defense, the big issues on the Edmonton Elks, in my eyes, were not addressed, and for that reason, I have the Elks finishing last in the league.
Okay, now I have a quick question for you.
Yep.
If you're Chris Jones,
Got.
How much of a
If
leash?
I'm Chris, oh God, oh God, oh God.
How much of a leash do you put on Cornelius before you see Trey Ford starting before the end of the season?
But is Cornelius the problem?
But
I think you address the problem before you start throwing away your number one QB.
Yeah, but just because he doesn't do well, do you like? If he does horrible, yeah, he can run. But if he's not performing.
I think I think you address other issues before you even look at QB, because like he hasn't.
That's even if he has a job by the end of the season.
That's true, but the thing is that they like invest in the defense. Invest. That's what I'm doing. I'm not. I like until you're able to stop a beach ball. Let's not even think about the offensive core of this team. As the offense was able to get some stuff going last year. And now this year with an expanded receiving core, they should be able to get more. But the question is there any team in the league that Edmonton can actually shut down their offense? I don't know. Because as you mentioned, their schedule at home isn't necessarily the greatest. Do you have that pulled up still or?
Yeah. Just give me a second because I'm just trying to look up this. Okay, so I'm looking at the seating chart because
God,
I'm
Rick, you're
curious
such
to
a
see
stat
how it's.
guy.
Well, no, I'm trying to find out
Trying to find out
where where this.
where what?
Okay, so looking no, so you remember that whole deal with the tickets that I was mentioning to you either earlier.
Yes, but please
Okay,
explain that for our viewers.
okay, so they had three. Now this is according to Three Down, so don't
Three.
shoot the messenger. Three
Okay.
Down Nation posted this article back in December. So if you set a limited number of tickets in P1, so I was looking at the seating chart.
In section
P1
P1.
is lower bowl, 10-yard line of, I think. Oh, no, sorry. My apologies. No. So it's upper bowl, kind of be like, so if you have like your stadium like this,
Yeah.
it's kind of like up in the top corner of
Oh
the
yeah,
like
it's kind
on
of
the inside.
it's one of
Nose,
like your flares on your upper bowl.
yeah. So that whole section, you buy one ticket to the
Yep.
home opener. You do not have to pay anymore, according to this article, no additional charge for every home game until the Elks secure a victory.
Season tickets, damn.
So
Season
I was
tickets? Season tickets?
I I
Is
want
that what I'm hearing, Rick? Am I hearing
I
you can get season
I
tickets for
don't.
the price of one game?
It just says P1 section tickets.
Okay,
It
so
just I
what is the schedule that the Elks have at home here? Because
so
you were mentioning that before.
yeah. Okay, so you have Saskatchewan at home. If they're gonna win, if they're gonna beat anyone, it's gonna be week 1.
It's going to be Saskatchewan, or do they play Ottawa
No,
at home?
no. So if they're
Ooh,
gonna win at home, it's gonna be Saskatchewan. If
yes.
other than that, they play Toronto week 3 at home. The next home game after that is
Only
week
if
6.
only Chad Kelly has to fall apart big time for that to happen,
Yeah.
and that's still pushing it.
Then we believe when Hamilton comes to town on week 6 against the Elks. Then week 8, BC. 10 is Winnipeg. 12 is Ottawa, and then you have Calgary
So they
and
do play
14.
Ottawa once at home.
Yes.
Okay, so
Week 12.
their two chances are Saskatchewan and Ottawa.
And
If Ottawa has fallen off,
week 19 against Montreal.
I see. I think Ottawa's gonna have a better year,
But
than
I
week
honestly
19.
think if they cannot beat Saskatchewan week 1, they're not winning at home at all.
No, that's a fair
That's my
thing to say.
bold prediction.
That's their best chance,
Yes.
and which is that's honestly it's that kind of sucks for them that it's week 1 because it gives them no chance to see how Saskatchewan is played that year. Like it doesn't, you know what I mean? But then again, that also is the same for Saskatchewan in the sense of if they completely underestimate the Elks, whatever that is, if they do that, and
The
theoretically
scary
the Elks come out flying, I don't exactly know how, but if they do, then maybe something.
the, the scary thing about this
Yep.
is somehow I don't know if the numbers are actually real, but let me pull up last season's numbers
Numbers for what?
because give me a. So this is against BC.
Like their records against
So
specific teams.
no. So explain to me how Edmonton has not won since 2019, but yet they're still averaging 20,000 fans. Whereas Toronto just won a Grey Cup and they get like 10.
Yeah. That's well,
So I mean,
honestly,
either
credit to you, Edmonton. If you can get 20,000 to a game that where the home team never wins, that's actually kind of impressive. Like, not gonna lie, that's actually not bad at all.
like their last
I don't know.
say
I don't know
four
if that's
games.
good for Edmonton or if that's sad about Toronto. I can't really decide.
At Edmonton's last four games last year, they had at least over 23,000 fans.
Oh boy.
And well, you got to think about it, Commonwealth can hold at least 50.
Yeah.
But
Boy.
anyways, besides that whole point,
Yeah.
I still say Edmonton finishes bottom.
Yeah, even let's say that the Edmonton Elks overcome the ultimate boogeyman that is Commonwealth Stadium, and decide to actually win there. Does that doesn't make their season good? That just means that they've won one game, a very important game for them and the situation that they're in. But man, it's a rough time for the Elks, and I don't like I said, I don't see them addressing the issues that I think they need to address. I see that they made a bit of improvements on the offensive side of things, but not enough. At least that I'm not convinced that they've made enough to really make that big of a difference. So that's pretty much all for me. But
Just one
is there anything
quick
more
note.
from you still or?
Just one quick note that I want to mention. Okay. So listen to this coaching staff before we wrap things up. So Chris Jones is GM and head coach. G. Roy Simon, former BC, is assistant GM. Jarius Jackson, who used to be the quarterback for BC back in the day,
Yeah.
he's the quarterback coach and pass game coordinator. Brandon Isaac, he was an Argonaut. He's their defensive backs coach. And then you have Stefan McAdoo as their assistant coach and offensive coordinator. So if you can have, I'm not saying that those are good people,
Yep.
but if you have like good talent, not really good talent, but knowledgeable football people on your coaching staff,
It can make a
there's no way
huge
that
difference.
yeah. But how do you win? Well, I mean, Jarius Jackson wasn't that good of a quarterback either, but that's hearsay. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, that's
So there's
fair. And honestly, so I think it's going to be a rough season for the Elks. I kind of hope that they prove me wrong. It would actually be really nice to see Edmonton beat Saskatchewan because that means I can laugh at Saskatchewan, which that's always a fun time as a Bomber fan. So I hope they get a win at home, not against the Bombers. I would I would blow myself out of a cannon if we lost to the Elks at home. However, it is what it is, and we'll see how this season goes. Let me know what you guys think the Elks are going to be like this season in the comment section down below. Maybe some of the moves you liked, maybe some of the moves you didn't like so much. Maybe you just want to laugh about Chris Jones. It's all fair. It's all fun and games. And yeah, so make sure you guys tune into our other videos as well about the Stamps, the Lions, Bombers, everyone when it comes to these season previews. And we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Touchdown!